Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaz and I'm a channeler and a healer. In today's video we're going to have a look at what in your life needs your attention. It can be anything. It can be physical, it can be spiritual, it can be emotional. But something is wanting to get your attention, and in today we have three piles to choose from. We have a clear quartz pendant, an Ametrine pendant, and a sea glass pendant. So you can go to your piles using the timestamps in the description below or on the video chapters, and I will see you in your reading. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up the crystal and channel through it and see what needs your attention. I'm feeling that you really want some abundance in life, but there's one thing standing in your way, and this one thing is to do with manifestation and beliefs. So I feel that perhaps for some time you've been going backwards and forwards with your money. So you might grow some and then it's depleted, and then it grows some more and it's depleted. And you're really just putting one foot in front of the other, but you're actually not getting very far ahead. And I feel like this is to do with the family belief. So there's something from your family that is inhibiting money growth. So now I'm getting it's not just money, it's abundance in general. So if you want more love, it's not. This is about money. This is purely about money, I feel. And you may have been struggling for some time, but I feel that what's happening here is you may have cleared some family karma, because there may have been something that goes back generations, but there's actually a belief here rather than karma now. So there's some belief here. It may be, I'm not safe to be wealthy, or I don't deserve to be wealthy, or I will become a target if I'm wealthy, or something along those lines. Or, wealthy people aren't good people. It can be anything. So it can be from a belief that you developed when you were a child. So it may be something that your main caregivers believe, or it may be something you picked up elsewhere through observation. Maybe you saw someone getting bullied for their lunch money, or something like that, where you saw that money is a problem. And I'm getting that term, money is the root of all evil, and that's actually not the whole term. I can't remember what the whole term is, but that's what it's been hybridized into. And it's almost like there's that type of belief there. So it's time to examine your monetary beliefs, and using affirmations you will be able to get there. I feel like there's something else too, not just affirmations, there's something else. Alright, I might need to work around this as I'm talking, because sometimes the energy is a little bit slow to come in this type of thing. What I'm finding here is someone that's perhaps a little bit out of balance, and their self-worth is tied up in their monetary abundance. So it may be that you really closely associate success in life with how much money you have. And so you don't think you're successful if you don't have much money in your bank account. And I feel like this is really strongly in your solar plexus. My solar plexus is like a rock when I'm saying this. So it may be something that you hold patterning in your abdomen, so that when you were saying whatever affirmation you're saying, or getting into balance with how you are naturally as a natural manifester and a child of the universe who can draw anything towards them, you need to hold your solar plexus while you're saying your affirmations, or while you're doing whatever practices you're doing. Like, I feel like there's a real scarcity source here, and it's probably not your belief. It's something that's developed a long time ago, and consciously you know it's not true, but there's a subconscious nugget there that needs to be cleared. So of course you can ask your angel team to help you with this. As you're falling asleep, you can put some affirmations on that talk about abundance and wealth. You can write out what your beliefs are and burn them on the full moon. There's a number of things that you can do, but I feel like this is something that needs to be worked on for 3 moon cycles. So it's really a matter of dedicating yourself every day to spending 5 minutes just trying to rewrite this belief. I'm also seeing tapping, like people tapping as well, and tapping the belief out. And once the belief is cleared, it just opens the floodgates for you, honestly. It's like there's a big gate, and as soon as the belief starts to clear, the gate opens a crack and it just becomes wider and wider, and then there's a clear path in front of you. So this is something that isn't going to happen overnight. It's not something you just clear immediately, because it is an ingrained belief. But it is there, and it's been asking for your attention, because perhaps you've been asking your angel team to send you more money or more shifts, or something that increases your pay, or a promotion, or better working conditions and pay. But really what you need to do is clear the belief, because everything could be thrown at you, but with this belief you wouldn't be able to receive it because it is blocked. I'm seeing some young children who are playing in the playground, so this may be about a childhood belief that you've put in there. And maybe, as kids, how you kind of discuss things in general terms according to your parents' beliefs. And it may be that another child had a belief that their parents had, such as you have to work hard for money, or you have to sacrifice a lot to get money. It can be anything. So it's time to start examining your beliefs around money and starting to clear those beliefs. You might like to identify one every day and work on clearing it every day. Maybe even just going out into nature, sitting on the grass and putting your hands on the grass and your feet on the grass, and just asking that belief to be dumped out of your body, because we've got cellular memory as well. So even if we do start diving into the subconscious, our cells will still remember that belief and try to pull us back to that belief. I feel that it does take dedication, but it's not hard work. It's consistent work. And it's something that you'll look back on and say, well, that was really easy. Why didn't I do that earlier? Or why wasn't it known to me earlier? And you will really get to the crux of the issue here. Now, some of you may have been able to grow your money, but it really feels like a bit of a burden in some ways. And there's a belief around that too. So really, money, when we think about it as a spiritual truth, it's just an energy. It's a man-made concept. It doesn't actually mean anything material, particularly these days when everything is digital. People don't have as much physical money as they used to, as in notes and coins, and they're not handling it as much as we used to. So it's becoming more of an abstract concept. So it might be that you need to sit down and connect with money and just have a relationship with money. Maybe you've always had a bad relationship with money. Maybe money stressed you out. Having to handle monetary matters might have stressed you out. Maybe your caregivers patterned that for you. Maybe your caregivers were very worried about money, and so whenever you have some, it feels like a burden to you because you have to manage that money. So this is all about money. I'm not actually getting anything else that needs your attention at the moment. It's this belief. And your angels have been trying to they're showing me putting little pebbles in your path to lead you to the answer of why you're not actually getting where you need to go. Now, for some of you, I feel like you have been working on this a lot. And believe me, I feel like I'm seeing a big boulder and you've been chipping away at this boulder. But it's almost like you need to find the vein of weakness in the boulder and stick your chisel in there and just give it one good tap and it will fall apart. Because you've been working around the issue, not actually the crux of the issue. Because this is a general reading, I can't give specific advice for every single person, but I would say if you are interested in what your personal actual issue is, ask your angels. Ask them when you go to bed. Ask them when you get into bed and you're sleepy, and keep asking every night until you get the answer. And eventually it will come in a dream, or it might come as an idea or a download. And you will just cotton onto it. And once you've got the actual specific thing, you can really work at it. And it might take less than 3 months. Working around the issue, you will get there eventually within 3 moon cycles. Okay, group 1, good luck to you on your monetary quest. I hope that advice was helpful, and I will see you in my next reading. Group 2, Crystal 2, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up your crystal and channel through it here. I feel that you are overburdened, and what needs your attention is your own needs at this point in time. I feel that perhaps you are giving a lot to people and it's time to shake that off. I'm actually seeing Shake It Off and the Taylor Swift song, just like hands shaking it off. Because you've built a bit of your own prison here where you've said yes to so many things, and you have been, I wouldn't say too scared to say no, but I think this is more of a pattern of behaviour, and it's time that you need your own energy for yourself. But because you are in a pattern of behaviour, saying yes to things, and other people around you are in a pattern of behaviour of giving you stuff because you willingly take it, you're overburdened. And it's time to let go. I feel like some of you could use a really good holiday and actually stay somewhere where it's totally relaxing, like a sea, like a desert island, or somewhere where you can go and sit by a pool and do very little and have other people wait on you, because your batteries truly, truly need recharging. And I feel it would be really beneficial for you to get away by yourself and not have to worry about other people at all. And if this doesn't feel comfortable for you, maybe you want to go and try a local hotel for a vacation or a holiday where you are just going for the weekend just to see how you feel about it. Because you may have been so busy with other people and other people's stuff that you don't know how to be by yourself, and you might need a little trial run. And I think after 2 days, you will think this is heavenly, because your only demands are your own. And all you'll need to worry about is, what am I going to eat? What am I going to drink? What am I going to wear while I sit by the pool? That'll be it. I feel you really need to decompress. And that doesn't mean going on a holiday where you're out sightseeing constantly. It's not a waste of your time. It's good health hygiene at this point, because your nervous system really needs a rest. And if you stay wherever you're staying, I feel like those around you are not going to give you that rest. But if you said, I'm going on holiday from here to here, I won't be able to be in contact with you during this time, and you just go and don't look at your phone, don't carry it with you, it's just for emergencies only, and really, really focus on you and what you like to do, you will really start to shed what is not yours. Because you're not only carrying physically other people's burdens and looking after other people, you are emotionally carrying their stuff in a big, big way. So you have got such a kind heart that you are really feeling other people's pain. But in doing that, two things are happening. One, you're not allowing them to live what they need to live, as harsh as that sounds. It's really up to them to process their own stuff. And two, it's not really your job to take it on. So there's two things happening there. You're preventing them from learning their lessons, and you aren't meant to do it for them. Now, I know, especially if you have children or people very, very close to you, that this is something a lot of us fall into, and your angel team are just saying it's time to stop. Okay, this really needs your attention. Your own health and well-being needs your attention. And if you don't stop and have a rest, they will make you stop and have a rest. So maybe you've got a lot of work commitments, and then you've got a lot of social commitments on top of that, and you've got a lot of family commitments on top of that. They will put you out of action so that you can't attend to any of them while your body takes a break, because it's having a very huge physical toll on your body and an emotional toll on you as well. Sorry if this is a harsh message, but it's just the way it's coming through. I feel like your angels are really wanting to be firm with you here and just kind of say, stop your nonsense now. It's time for you to care for yourself, because if something happens to you, who's going to fulfill all those obligations? So it's time to voluntarily bow out for at least 3 days, and it may be that you have to take some of your probably extensive sick leave that you were owed from your employment so that you can put some time into yourself. I also feel that somewhere in your life you've got a big decision to make, and because of other people's energy and opinions and their wants and needs, you can't make the best decision for yourself. And so it's very hard. I see someone juggling all these balls in the air, and you know, your palm's just touching one and then you're throwing it back up and catching another, and then it's constant, absolutely constant. And you know what? It's burning you out. And if you're not already burnt out, you're very, very, very close to being burnt out in a really, truly horrible way. So I would like you to take heed of these messages from your angels, because they really want the best for you, and they want you to achieve what you came to life to achieve. And because you have such empathy for others, it is clouding what you are here to do. And taking on other people's stuff is preventing your true life purpose. It's one of the things that you put in your contract to be an obstacle in your way. So now it's time to examine all of those beliefs of why you feel you have to rescue people, especially others around you, but you can't rescue yourself. So it's time to have a little think about that, a little think about why you can look after others and not yourself in the best possible way. You should give 100% of care and time to yourself and a few percentages to everyone else. I know that doesn't add up, but that's the way it's coming through. It's like 99.9% of your energy should go to yourself, 1% should go to everyone around you. Particularly if your kids are older. If your kids are younger, it's a little bit harder, but for some of you, it may be that your kids have their own children, and you may be doing a lot of care for them, which is lovely. Families are important, but also your health and well-being are important as well. And I'm sure they would be the first people to say that too. So here's your mission, should you choose to take it on, is to find at least 3 days to yourself. Doing something that you love. Maybe you're very creative and you'd like to go on a retreat for 3 days. And as long as you're not taking on the burden of organising people and making sure everyone's fed and happy, and you're just turning up, you're paying your money, you're turning up, you're doing what you love, and you're going home again, that's okay. Okay, group 2, I'm sorry that was such a stern message there. I hope that you pay heed to your angels and you look after yourself. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Pendant 3, I'll just pick up the pendant and channel through it. You might be able to see better now that it's actually quite a clear green here. Okay. I feel that you're being, what needs your attention is what you're giving all your attention to. So you're kind of on the right track with that. But I feel what is taking your attention is a challenge. And it's a challenge in life, and it's really stressing you out. And I feel that you may just need to step back and have a look at the bigger picture here and ask yourself, is this really worth all of my energy to put my concern into it? So it might be a hiccup at work, or it might be something that's going on with a family member or a friend. And if it's to do with friendship, I feel like you've been very, very supportive, and it's okay to step back, even if for a short time, because there might be a friend who's having something quite horrible go on in their life. But this is very similar to the message in group 2. You shouldn't have to take on that burden for them. I feel like this challenge that's happening for you, or maybe you're trying to extricate yourself from something, or some sort of relationship or employment or something, and it is quite challenging for you. Now, I feel like there's some mirroring going on with wounds that you have within yourself and the outside circumstances here. So it might be that there's a particular person that's challenging you, and it might be reflective of someone that hurt you when you were younger. So that takes it time to examine and time to have a look at. So this is very much an emotional, psychological issue here that I'm feeling, and it may have been going on for some time. I'm getting like a good 6 months. So it may be something that absolutely came out of left field and you had no idea about it. But now it's here, it's like you can't shake it. So whatever it is. It may be that you are really being challenged in your employment and you want to go and find a new job, but there's not the job that you would like out there. And you're having to persist in this environment. It may be that you came out of a relationship with someone and they're hanging around like a bad smell, and you really don't want to be horrible about it, but you're kind of getting a bit stressed about it because they're just always there. And maybe they're, maybe you said that you could stay friends, but they seem to turn up wherever your friend group is. So it's something that's a little bit challenging, and I feel that you have to take an almighty step back here and really look at it from a bigger point of view. And you might like to either record it on your phone as a story or write it out as a story, but pretend that it's someone else telling you the story, because then the answer will come a lot quicker for you. So let's use an example here of, I've got a horrible boss, and I just want to find another job so I can get out of their space. So instead of saying I've got a horrible boss, it might be my friend or someone I know has this boss that is doing this, 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 and this, and they're feeling this, 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 and this. So you're taking it out of your own emotions and looking at it not clinically but more objectively, so that when you're looking at the situation, it can be, oh, okay, yeah, I can see where this is causing them a lot of pain, and I can see why it's causing them a lot of pain. Where if you're still in your emotions and you're like, I feel this and I feel that, that's great. But remember, this has been going on for some time, so it's time to step out of the emotion so you can see the solution. And that's what needs your attention now. It's actually fully engaged your attention. I don't have to tell you what it is. But it's something that's quite a challenge, and you have to navigate around it somehow. And I feel that actually, for some of you, facing it head on is going to be the way to go. So say that it's someone that is bad mouthing you. You may just have to approach them and saying, is there a problem? Like, you may hear about it from other people, and you may have to approach them and say, have you got a problem with me? What is your problem? And then address it with them directly. And then it's like the situation dissolves. I feel like if you're trying to get out of a situation, it's a bit of a harder path. So say it is employment, and you're trying to escape this person because they're not very nice. Maybe it's a colleague, maybe it's someone who works next to your work. It could be anything. Maybe you had an argument about a parking space with someone. It could be anything. Or maybe there's, someone who's creepy on the public transport you go on to work, whatever. I feel that perhaps the universe isn't giving you the opportunity to escape because there's something that needs to be healed here. So it may be something that's internal with you. And, often we are challenged about our own power. So let's say that someone's saying things about you and you're taking it to heart. It's because your power within yourself isn't strong enough, or your self-confidence isn't strong enough because you're believing what they say. If you had absolutely no belief in what they say, it wouldn't affect you at all. So then it's time to examine your belief system about yourself. And what I'm feeling here is that you're a really capable group. You're really efficient at what you do. I'm thinking of it more of employment, so it might be employment for a lot of you. And you're really good at what you do. So why is someone telling you you're not, and why are you believing that? They are taking your power by putting that belief on you. But you're giving them your power by believing it. So if you're not finding an escape route readily and easily available to you, it's because there's something there that you need to address within yourself. Maybe you had a caregiver who was domineering, or, someone influential in your life, like an older sibling or a teacher, or something that in younger life you felt very intimidated by someone in younger life, or you couldn't get their approval. And this is what the nugget of the issue is around here. For some of you. For most of you, I feel, actually. I feel like on the other side of this, there's a real gift. And the gift might not be tangible. It might not mean that you're going to win lotto. It may mean that you find your stride in life. It may mean that you decide to open your own business. It may mean that you feel like you really want to go and relearn something different, or study something new, or go and learn a new skill or something. And it's almost like there's a gift within this challenge. And I feel like for a lot of you, in all honesty, you just want this over and done with. You just want to move on and get on with your life. But there's healing to be done. And a lot of us are being challenged by healing in the energies at the moment. And, the longer you avoid or resist, the longer it's going to go on, unfortunately. So it's time to be responsible for your life in a way of, this is challenging me. Why is it challenging me? How can I move on from this? And it's not just, you know, I've got to run away from this person, because guess what? In the next place, another person like this will appear if you haven't dealt with the emotional, psychological, and even a lot of times spiritual aspect of it as well. So it might be past life karma that you're working out here as well. Okay, group 3. I'm sorry, once again, that wasn't a great message, but I really feel like you will get through this, and you just need some encouragement to do so. Your angels have got pom-poms in their hands, and they're your cheerleaders, your greatest cheerleaders, and they are cheering you on. So, and they're just, it's almost like they're showing me a list, an itemised list of things, and a checkbox, and it's like, once you get over this, it's like tick, and so you're checking off another thing that you've put into your contract that you really wanted to overcome this lifetime. And maybe it's something that's been building for several lifetimes, and it's time to clear it now. And the energy is right for that. So take advantage of the energy and really clear it up. Best of luck to you, group 3. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.